Welcome to another show of Beyond the Game. And if this is your first time tuning in, this is your boy Nephew Q on the mic, aka Cowboy Q. Because like I told y'all, I'm on my Yellowstone kick. If y'all ain't checked it out, I'm gonna need y'all to go check out Yellowstone real quick one time for the one time.
That's Netflix, right?
Huh?
Netflix, right?
Nah, that's on Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. It's on season 5. I ain't watched it yet, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, in the building with me today, from my right, y'all left watching on Facebook Live, I got my boy Ralph C, LeBron biggest fan, Lakers biggest friend, Bronny's biggest fan, Bryce's biggest fan, Ralph C in the building. Go and introduce yourself, man.
What's up, world? It's time to get to it, man. I'm definitely not a LeBron fan, but that's for another day.
Dak Prescott fan. But anyways, hey, since we're talking about LA, Q there, Heat there, Ralph there, Bronny there, Bryce there, be legendary. We out there.
Legend in the building.
We got my dude Pick'em Petey in the building. Go introduce yourself real quick one time for the one time if Be Legend comes through.
What's up, good world, man? We back for another show, man.
And then we got Pat Mahomes daddy in this joint who come through. He look like he just fresh out the parade today. It wasn't the Joe Burrow loud pack.
Don't smoke cigar.
You smoked the Joe Burrow?
No.
You smoked the Joe Burrow? Is that what we on?
No, actually, man, I just came back from doing a little bird hunting.
Little bird hunting?
Wow.
Little bird.
I got my hat on.
Did you happen to go Sunday?
Is
that when you went?
Yeah, we just drove back. We just got back.
We got back,
doing a little bird hunting, man. Took out, I don't know, a lot.
Took out a lot.
Took out a few.
Man, if y'all don't know who it is right now, we got B Legend in the building, the legendary B Legend in the building. Go introduce yourself, even though you don't need no introduction.
I don't need no introduction. Get the show going.
Go get the show going.
They know who I am.
They know who you are.
They know it. Andrew.
Hey, look. I just looked on Facebook. He said, yo. Hey, shout out to everybody who's watching on Facebook. Buford, he said, the Butterscotch Boys and B. Watson. But, man, since we talking about, before we kick off the proceedings.
What happened?
You know what I'm saying? I came in here. I was real disrespectful to Pat Mahomes. I admit it. I don't like the boy. I admit it. You know what I'm saying? I was real disrespectful, and I continued to disrespect Sunday night when I told you to pee and go to bed. But hold on. So because of that, I got something for you. Go on. Yeah, got the Pat Mahomes loud pack shirt right there. That's from.
They got the got me together, man. Got me together.
Got you together.
I'm at the change doing the commercial.
Okay, so man, let's talk about this game that we got going on. And please, for the Eagles and the Chiefs fans, please call into the show 859-721-5690. Let us know your thoughts about the Super Bowl that just happened. B, I'm gonna let you cook last on this because I know this is your guy. Ralph, man, what was your thoughts, reactions, recap to the Super Bowl, man?
Great game. Started off slow for the Chiefs, along with Mr. Patty Mahomes' dad over here, man. I myself did not pick against Patrick Mahomes, and I picked the Chiefs to win the game. I know Petey says, he's like Future, man. He never takes a loss. He took a loss on Sunday, man.
He took a loss on Sunday.
He said the Eagles were going to win big, and the way the game started.
I picked the Kansas City Chiefs.
You did not, my friend.
We got tape.
Yeah, we got tape. You did not, my friend.
We got tape.
But the way the game started,
we both picked the Eagles.
I thought that Petey was going to be right. I thought that the Eagles were about to blow the Chiefs out. But then there's something called a second half. And I don't know what shot Pat Mahomes got during that halftime, but he came out, he played ball, man. So shout out to Pat Mahomes, shout out to the Chiefs. They played well in the second half. They pulled it out. And the Eagles played a great game. If it wasn't for a few mistakes, and let's say 2 mistakes that happened in that game, the Eagles could have easily won that game and been Super Bowl champions. So shout out to the Eagles, but Pat Mahomes does it again, man.
Pat Mahomes does it again. But hold on, before I let Petey pick, cook, hey D-Money, my bad, D-Money. Can you hit everybody in that thing for me one time, man? They wouldn't pull up for me. But anyways, Pick'em Petey.
Yes, sir.
Thoughts, reactions to, that game that went on Sunday.
Man, when the game started, I thought I was a prophet. I thought I knew what I was talking about.
You knew what you was talking about?
I thought I knew what I was talking about, man. And then Patrick Mahomes, man, I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes is the truth. I'm gonna give him his props. B Legend, you was right. Patrick Mahomes is He's that man. He's that deal.
He's that dude.
He got it done. He got it done. Nobody thought. I didn't even think he was gonna get it done. When he got the ball back, coming down in that fourth quarter drive, I still didn't think he was gonna get it done until he got it done. And once he got it done, and I seen that confetti.
Knew the game was over.
It was a wrap by that
I said,
time, huh?
yeah, man. I said that Mahomes cat, he's the real deal, man. He's the real deal. So kudos to the Kansas City Chiefs fans, the faithful, the real Kansas City Chiefs fans. My Eagles fans, man,
My Eagles.
my Eagles fans, not my Eagles.
Okay.
My Eagles fans, yeah, man, y'all gotta wait a few more years. Patrick Mahomes don't look like he's losing no time soon, man.
Hey, shout out to Moody. He said he's all right, but he's not real. Hey, Moody, I'm right there with you, man. Before I let you cook, my thoughts and recaps on this joint was I don't understand how the Eagles lost this game. They led in every statistical category, and the one thing they could not do, they did, and it cost them the game. And it was only one. The turnover. If Jalen Hurts doesn't turn the ball, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna still win, but I feel like at that point they could have at least gotten 3 out of that drive, and they would have made it what was it? 17
point lead?
17-7, I think it would have been if they would just kick the field goal. So that Jalen Hurts, the only turnover of the whole entire game was by Jalen Hurts, and it ended up costing them. To me, I thought it was a flawless game all around.
Yes.
I think everybody balled out except for Pat Mahomes. But I feel like Jalen Hurts.
Don't do that.
I feel like Jalen Hurts outplayed Patty Mahomes, but Patty Mahomes in that second half, he was just on another level. Like they scored on every possession in the second half.
Sure did.
I don't know what happened to the Eagles defense on that, but hey man, give kudos to Pat Mahomes throwing for 182 yards in the Super Bowl.
Shout out to the enemy though, man. I mean, they figured them out. They figured the Eagles out,
Well,
man.
you forgot 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. Pete, before I let B cook, is it they figured him out because remember the 2 touchdowns he had, they ran the same exact play. They just ran it on opposite sides, and the Eagles still couldn't figure it out. So it's like, is that lack of defensive awareness on the Eagles? Like
Arrogance.
I don't know what it was, bro.
It's arrogance from the Eagles coaches, man.
But Buddy Scott
man
Hill,
the man in inside the 10, man. I don't understand it, but
he went in motion, chopped his feet, did a zig route, and went back out. And nobody was like, he's on the field. I'm like, come on, bro. At this point, I was like, man, please, Jalen Hurts, pull this out, because I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this boy's mouth. The floor is yours. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Get him, legend. Get him.
Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. Everything that I told y'all that was gonna happen in this game happened.
Okay.
I told you that Kansas City would take advantage of Philly's aggressive defense. Right. I also told you I picked Kansas City over Philly because of what? The coaching.
Right.
I said that Andy Reid was going to make adjustments, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
Came out second half, flawless adjustments. That's it. The third thing is this: you can't get a ball to Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game.
Bro, you know what he's doing.
And Andy Reid. I mean, you heard. Hey, you heard what Sean Payton said. We gotta get Andy Reid out of the league. He need to retire, right? Because they know that dude's going to make adjustments. Now, I don't think it was an arrogance thing. I just think it was just an adjustment thing because they knew they were gonna go man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They went man. Slade passed him off. He just turned around and ran back.
Yeah, man.
And Slade didn't pay any
Scared to
attention.
death of that motion.
Scared to death of the motion. Same thing on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Just never paid any attention.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody talked about how potent Philly's defense was. Right? Didn't sack him once.
They let Mahomes run down the field. On
Didn't sack him.
Hey, bro.
Wait a minute. Didn't sack him one time. But what did I also tell you? That they were going to expose Philly's defense, and what did they do?
They did.
They exposed.
Philly has a great offensive line, but Kansas City had one of the top offensive lines this whole entire season.
Hey,
So
but
that showed in the
I
game.
underestimated the Chiefs' offensive line. I really did.
Yeah, but
Offensive
gave
line.
no opportunity, no chance. Just said they were going to be dominated by Philly and their defense, and I told you that wasn't going to happen, right? So I mean, that's all that happened, man. I mean, I'm not going to just drag you through the Andrew.
I'm waiting for
Got all the Eagles players talking about next year already, man.
I'm
But
waiting.
hold on. But the one thing I do want to say, I don't want to hear none of the Phillies fans crying about that passing.
That hold.
It was a hope.
It was a hold.
It was a hold. He came out.
Yeah,
Bradbury said it.
But he said, well, you can't call that at the end of the game. It's a hold.
I don't understand how people think that you pick and choose when you can call a
there
flag
you
and
go.
can't call a flag. It doesn't matter. Was it he held?
You can't call that at the end of the
you have
game
to
for the
call it.
Super Bowl.
You have to call
If
it.
they didn't call it,
Come
now
on,
he
now.
did it. That was the second time he did it.
Come on now.
The first time he did it was on the third down, and they had to punt the ball, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it was in the first half. So this time they got him. That was it, and he admitted to both of them.
He meant to both of them. Let's see, we got Colin on the line. Andrew, you there?
Ah,
There he is. So we got Andrew Morrell, longtime supporter of Beyond the Game, big time Eagles fan. We got him on the phone. Andrews, a couple of things you want to say while we got you on the phone?
Yeah, man, let me go ahead and keep First of all, let me apologize to the legend, Chiefs Kingdom, and Patrick Mahomes. Pretty much, I'm going to apologize to everybody but Juju Smith-Schuster. But anyways, let me apologize. I underestimated, not really underestimated as much as took for granted the greatness of Mahomes. He did his thing, even though he's more like a game manager in that game than he was a superstar. Definitely got outplayed by Jalen Hurts. But, like I said, let me give credit where credit is due. All credit is due to the Chiefs, Chiefs Kingdom, Chiefs fans, and Patrick Mahomes. He is that boy, and he is that deal.
Hey,
Proud
Andrew.
of you, Andrew.
How much did it hurt you to say that, bro?
Man, I've been stewing on this for 3 days.
Oh man, so man, give us your thoughts and reactions to that game, because I had texted you. I think the score was 7-7 at the time, and I asked you, how'd you feel about the game, and you was like, man, that was all right until that fumble. What's your thoughts and reactions to the game?
So a lot like I heard a couple of y'all mention, we had the upper hand in that game. Couple bad breaks didn't go our way. The fumble was to me a key turning point. Like y'all said, we could have at least went up 17-7. Instead, it ended up a 14-14 game. The defense played really well in the first half. I mean, we only gave up 7 points. The other came off of Jalen Hurts' fumble. But I do agree. I think Andy made some adjustments in the second half. Our defense just wasn't able to get off the field. I'm not going to sit here and cry about that call because, you don't put yourself in that position, the call never happens. All we needed was one stop on defense in the second half, and, that game completely changes. One of the things I will like to point out is Andy actually went to Doug Peterson's bag for that touchdown play, or the 2 touchdown plays that y'all are talking about. Week 4, we played Jacksonville, and Jamal Agnew ran a similar concept for a touchdown, a wide-open touchdown the same way in that game. So Andy went all the way back in the archives and found that and used that against us. So like I said, man, shout out to the Chiefs. It was a great football game, man. I'm not going to take anything away from either team, but I will say this. We will be back. Best believe that.
It's hard to get back, brother.
It is.
The team won't be the same.
The team won't be the same. Real quick before we get you out of here, Andrew, and this is a question for everybody in the room. I just thought about this. Jalen Hurts, well, last year Joe Burrow got to the Super Bowl, right? Everybody crowned him, right? Jalen Hurts gets to the Super Bowl. Is Jalen Hurts, I'm going to ask you this, Andrew, real quick before we get you out of here, and then I'm going to throw it to the room. Is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback right now?
Right now, yeah. I think he more than proved it. He stood on the biggest stage, went toe-to-toe with the greatest player in the game right now, and like you mentioned earlier, outplayed the greatest player in the game right now. When we don't have that one turnover, which, yes, that was his fault. It was his mistake, and that goes on him. We could be talking about a completely different outcome right now. So I think he more than proved he belongs. So as far as the top 5 QB in the league, yeah, I'd put him probably at number 2 or 3 right now.
Ooh, B, you want to say, you made a face, you want to say something, you want to respond to that real quick?
Number 2 or 3, that's just ridiculous. I barely see him in the top 5, honestly.
If I would put him in
Who you got? Let's do your top 5.
You got Mahomes.
You got Mahomes, you got Josh Allen.
Allen don't get in there, y'all. Stop.
Oh, don't look at
Allen don't get no flowers with me. I'm listening.
Go ahead.
Burrow's too.
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh,
I'm not doing anything in the
Hold that thought. Hey, Andrew, stay on the line with me. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about Jalen Hurts as he's a top 5 quarterback, all right?
I ain't putting in no order.
Hi, I'm Natalia from Natalia's Pastry Shop, located in the Julieta Market at the Upgrade Line Station on the corner of Laurel and Line. You are listening to Radio X, the voice of the people.
Lamar Jackson. My list is all blank. I can tell you that now. I can tell you that now. So, hey, but that's me though. That's how I rap.
I know 3.
Jackson.
Thanks, Dominique.
I know 3.
Hurts.
Fields. Dakota.
My dog.
Deshaun.
My dog.
Oh, God.
You talking about Gino?
Damn,
Gino in her.
Gino, you gonna put Gino?
Garoppolo. Hey, tell you.
You gonna put Gino over Josh Allen?
Use extreme
Burrow's
caution.
in there, though, 'cause I know Burrow
For the
from
people who
Far
watching,
veers to the right.
these are Pete's views and thoughts. These views do not reflect the thoughts and views of beyond the
Hey, my fantasy football group, they already know. They know.
That was.
Hey, hot dog said this man said number 4.
Thank you very much. Safe for everyone.
God, no Josh Allen, huh?
Nah, Josh Allen ain't it.
What about Captain Kirk?
Let's go places safely, ladies and gentlemen.
I had a big clue was talking about. I'm
Taking
thinking,
prescription
when you
medications
said
may
Kurt, I
be-
started thinking Hurst Street.
Prescription
I was
drugs are
looking, I
involved in
started thinking
traffic fatalities among drug drivers.
Hurts Street, College football.
Opioids are the most common.
I mean, you got
Some
Herbert.
antidepressants can increase crash risk
You don't like
by
Herbert?
40%.
What?
Common
He wanna
ingredients
play out
in
there.
many
Ain't none of them
medicines
dudes done
can
nothing.
improve
They
your
wanna
ability
play
to
out
maintain
game.
speed,
None of them done nothing.
follow at a distance, and maintain your
The league
lane.
is young.
Hi, I'm Bev from Toyota, reminding
Lamar
you to
Jackson.
talk to your doctor or pharmacist
Tom
about
Brady.
driving risks that may
Brady
be
gone.
associated with your medication.
Aaron Rodgers, though.
Oh, I wasn't going to bring him up.
Welcome
No
back to
brainer.
Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. We're talking about the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl, and is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback? Before we went to commercial break, if you are listening over the radio, please feel free to call in 859-721-5690. If you are watching via Facebook right now, please call in and let us know, is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback? And right now we have on the phone still with us Andrew Morrell, huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. Now, Andrew, I'm gonna let the room continue to cook because I want to get your reaction to Legend and Petey and Ralph. I'm gonna let you cook last on this one real quick.
No, we need to hear Pete.
No, we got to
We got Petey. Okay, well, Petey,
let him go
Petey,
first.
go ahead. What's your top 5? And then
Man.
I'm gonna have Andrew respond, and then I'm gonna get Andrew up out of here. Go ahead, Petey.
Mahomes is 1,
That's
obviously.
Okay.
Nobody's better than
Undeniable.
Mahomes. At 2, I'm going Burrow. I'm
Okay.
just a Burrow fan. He's an LSU guy.
Okay.
At 3, I'm going Hurts. At 4, I'm going Lamar Jackson. And at 5, I'm going Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, Andrew, respond to his list real quick, man. What you think about his list, and should Jalen Hurts be over top of anybody in that list?
No, I like that list, honestly. I do feel that Burrow is a better passer than Jalen is. Jalen brings a little bit more of a running element than Joe does. No, I think that's very fair. I think he's got the list right with 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely.
All right, Andrew, man. Again, appreciate you for calling into. You got something, B? Go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm not done with it.
Go ahead.
No. Just simple.
Okay.
Andrew, you understand what we're supposed to do. I need that apology written out. I need it on Twitter. And I need my self-copy. I need Q. I need BTG. I need Patrick. I need everything. I need it posted. And then Q, I want you to post it on the site. And then I want you to just go ahead and tweet it out. And then it's official, Andrew.
Then we done with Andrew.
That's all.
You got
Andrew
that?
owes that, don't he?
Come to a compromise on Twitter, man.
You lucky this is a radio. I'm going to be political and say, Andrew, I don't care about your Philly fans.
Almost another word just slipped up out of there.
I mean, y'all.
I'll send a direct message to Pat Mahomes.
No, absolutely not.
No, we got to see. No, we got to see that
We got
thing.
to see it. It's got to go to Chief Kingdom. It's got to go to Andy Reid. It's got to go to Patrick Mahomes and all of us.
Woo!
Have mercy.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, man, appreciate you calling in. We'll check back in with you later, and I'll be expecting it to get tagged later on this evening.
That's right.
All right, man, Andrew Morrell. So back to the top 5 quarterbacks. Ralph, man, who are not necessarily top 5 quarterbacks, but is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback?
I would say, based on the success of Philly this year and the way that Jalen Hurts played in the Super Bowl, I would put him, if we're going to put him in top 5, I'm still kind of sketchy on it.
Mhm.
It would have to be number 5.
Right at the end. Okay. B.
I ain't gonna even go through all this. He ain't top 5 to me yet.
He ain't top 5 to you
I'm
yet?
gonna put him at 6 because I'm gonna put Josh Allen in my top 5.
Josh Allen does.
That's just me though.
Josh Allen gets no cream.
I get it though, bro.
What has Josh Allen done?
But the
But,
same.
but
the
what
same-
what has Jalen Hurts done?
So the same.
Hurts been to the Super Bowl.
I didn't even win nothing. I
But
told
he's
him.
been there. Allen ain't even made it in the party yet.
He ain't got to the party
He
yet?
ain't got to the party
But you
yet.
put Lamar Jackson up there. Give him the same critique.
But
you
Lamar
gonna give
Jackson got
Josh
MVP though.
So what?
Josh
Allen ain't got no- Josh Allen ain't got no hard work.
Josh Allen.
Hugh's question was right now: is
You're right.
Jalen Hurts
You're
a
right.
top 5
You're right.
quarterback? in the
Because
league?
see, at the end of the
Lamar
day, the
Jackson
only-
at this point is not a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Only because he wasn't there. He was
Because
hurt.
really the only thing
Only because he was hurt.
That's what
It
I'm
was-
saying.
it was in-
the only thing that Lamar Jackson really does well
It's run.
is run.
and win
Smith Mello, where you at?
and win.
Don't get him started.
Lamar Jackson and win. Come on now, he wins.
They did my.
We,
I'm not-
hold that thought, B. We got another Philadelphia Eagle fan on the line. Go on, let the people know what your name is, man.
What's up with it, man? It's your boy Don.
We got Donovan
What's up,
Jarman,
man?
a longtime Philadelphia Eagle fan.
Donovan, that was a Philly quarterback.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb. He has his, him and Andrew actually have a Eagles podcast that they do together. For whatever reason, I don't know why they ain't put that episode this week. But anyways,
Oh, you know what?
I don't know why. But Don J, man, tell us your thoughts on the Super Bowl, and is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback right now?
It's one of the most exciting Super Bowls we had in the last 10 years, man. I wish it was a different outcome, but, I mean, it is what it is. It was a great game. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid and staff, they did a great thing, man, and salute to them. As far as that top 5 list, I don't know where Pete's going, but
Thank you,
top
Donovan.
5, I got Patrick Mahomes. He's the only one in Tier 1. Couple skips down the street. We got Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
We got Josh Allen.
Come on, talk about it, bro.
We got Herbert.
Thank you.
And we got Hurts.
You got Hurts since top 5.
Hey, Donovan, hold on for just 1 second. Pete, you got something to say about
Yeah,
this list?
hey man, y'all keep going to people who ain't never won nothing, man. Don ain't never won nothing, man. Except Don don't know what winners are, man. Winners win, man. Winners
Oh,
don't
my
win, man.
God.
Hey man, Don been in the fantasy football league for 12 years, ain't never won nothing, man. We can't talk to that guy about
Last
that.
thing Baltimore won though, bro. I don't get
They
it.
ain't won
Hey.
They
nothing.
ain't won nothing.
MVP.
MVP.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Was it 3 years ago?
Don, before I get you out of here, what's the outlook for the Philadelphia Eagles coming into the offseason and going into next year, man? What's the outlook for y'all?
Man, we're going to be right back in the thick of things, man. First, we're going to get Hurts signed. We're going to sign our safety, C.J. Gardner, man. Howie's going to do his thing with the cap. He's going to create about $30 million in cap space. Just watch us. And I feel like we're going to be right back in the thick of things, man. And depending on how the draft and everything plays out, tough schedule, I hope to be right back in the NFC Chip.
Going against Dakota.
Going against I almost cussed. I almost cussed here. Hey, Donovan, man, appreciate you calling in. For people
Appreciate
who
you,
are
Don, man.
listening right now and watching via Facebook, you can catch out Donovan Jarman and Drew's podcast about everything Philadelphia Eagles related called Infinity Link. Make sure you download that on Beyond the Game podcast. Donovan, we'll holler at you later on, man.
Peace, bro.
Man, Pete, you got
He
people.
gonna cook me in the group tonight.
I know it.
Don't worry about it. Don gonna get me back. He gonna get me back.
So I'm
I got the mic.
just curious
You
though.
confused. That's what
Why?
you are.
Don't do it, man.
I'm
I
just
don't understand.
confused.
Don't do
Pete.
it.
I gotta do it. What's your problem with Josh Allen?
What has Josh Allen done?
What is it?
Josh Allen keeps getting flowers, and people keep projecting him that he's a great quarterback. My man wins a few games during the regular season. He's in the AFC East, man. He's playing against the Patriots with no Brady. He's playing against the Jets, who are all rookies, and he's playing against
Miami,
And
Tua, who can't stay on the field.
Tua concussion, man. Concussion protocol, man. Cheetah can't throw it to himself. But Josh Allen just ain't it, y'all. I mean, he wins one big game at the beginning of the season. His team falls apart in the playoffs every year. He can't get it done. He's always got excuses. You see Diggs going off on him. He can't even hit my man Diggs in the end zone for nothing during the playoffs. You got one of the top wide receivers in the league, and you don't even know how to use him because he wants to go out here and try to run the football. They call him Vanilla Vic. Such disrespect, Vic. Shout out to Mike Vick, man. But you know, Vanilla Vic ain't it, man. He ain't it. Hey guys, he ain't it.
There it is.
He's not it.
We got another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Let us know where you're from.
You know what it is. It's your boy Hot Dog.
What's up, Hot Dog?
World famous Hot Dog. So Hot Dog, while we got you on here, let us know your thoughts, views, and reactions to the Super Bowl. And is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback?
Well, I just want to say a couple things real quick. Number one, I'm so glad the Eagles lost. That's the greatest thing that could happen to human civilization. B-Legend, I'm sorry I doubted you on your prediction for also and Ralph as well. I did not think the Chiefs were going to beat the Eagles, but I'm so glad that they did. You have been my hero the last couple of days, taking the control into a whole other level. I appreciate you for that. But I have to say, I believe right now I got Jalen Hurts in the top 5 behind Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, then Jalen Hurts, and I can't really think of a 5th one, but right now I got to say Jalen Hurts is top 5 for sure.
How do you put Herbert above Al?
Go ahead, Ralph. Ask him. Go ahead.
I understand everybody has their opinion. I just don't understand how you put Herbert above Allen. I mean, Allen went further than Herbert has past 2 seasons. I mean, he's put up better numbers. I don't know.
You confused? Hot Dog, you want to answer that?
I'm confused.
Answer the people, Hot Dog. They want to know.
I'm rolling with you, Hot Dog. I'm right there with you.
You right there with
right there with you.
So go ahead and answer that, Hot Dog.
I agree with everything Petey said about Josh Allen. I'm not a Josh Allen fan. It just seems like whenever you need 3 or 4 yards, he wants to crank it back to throw it 30 or 40 to get intercepted. He looks like a modern-day Brett Favre to me. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. So, I mean, I think I'll put him at number 5. But right now, I just think Justin Herbert's dealt with a lot of injuries to himself. And you look at the offense, they've had a lot of injuries the last few years. The offensive line has had turmoil. I think that if they could just stay healthy, the Chargers will make a deep run in the playoffs.
Speaking of teams making deep runs in the playoffs, before we get you out of here, Hot Dog, what's the off-season outlook for your Dallas Cowboys? What can we expect for them in the off-season and coming in the next season? I can't even say it with a straight face, man.
Probably much the same, not a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing, Hot Dog? You ain't got no hope for your Cowboys?
You know, I pride myself on being a realistic Cowboys fan. I mean, I expect us to be in the playoffs again next year. When we get there, we'll see what the team looks like. I just don't know what they're going to do with Zeke, Tony Pollard, and if they give Dak an extension, I might have to be done because I can't sit around and watch this for another 6 seconds. Ralph's favorite quarterback is a bum.
Oh, man. Hot Dog, we appreciate you for tuning in. For the people who are listening and the people who are watching via Facebook, Hot Dog is a part of the BTG family. He does a lot of NFL stuff for us. Hot Dog, we'll holler at you later on, man.
I'm still struggling, man. I just don't see Jalen Hurts in the top 5.
Man, it's a question. It's a question right now.
That's why I said it's hard to put him at least 5. If you're going to put him top 5, it has to be 5.
He just took number 1 all the way down to the last minute of the game.
He didn't take number 1.
The quarterbacks get out of praise, y'all. We're not great to do this.
I don't get the quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks get out of praise.
Hold on. When we talked about this game,
right?
What did I talk about? I talked about Philly's defense. I didn't give quarterbacks. I mean, Patrick Mahomes. That's a different dynamic. That's a whole different dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's earned it.
Yeah, I give you that.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So you can't say you can't, but I don't give him all the praise. His defense stepped up too, because he can't do it without his defense.
Right.
The defense played crappy, like when they played Tampa Bay. He got ran. They got ran out the field.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
So all I'm saying, I'm not discrediting, Jalen Hurts at all. I think he's a great quarterback because he brings 2 dimensions to the game. So from that perspective, I'm fine. But to say he's just top 5 like right now because they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, you got to look at the schedule they played. You got to look how dominating their defense was. All that comes into play, Pete.
Second year starting.
It don't matter.
He ain't even got his feet wet yet. He's just getting in the pool. He's at his knees right now.
He's at the 3 foot.
Yeah.
And that's right. But I tell you what, let some of them players disappear like they're gonna disappear this year and see what happens.
We go.
Because all the teams don't stay the same.
You're right.
Y'all
We
got hurt.
Well, that's part of it too.
That's part of what the issue is.
Yeah.
But that was very, very, very rare that they were able to bring everybody
Brought all
back.
53 back. Yeah.
That doesn't only happen, and it's not going to happen with Philadelphia. But they're going to have a core, so it doesn't matter.
We ready to take a quick commercial break here on Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. When we come back, we'll talk about a little bit of UK. They struggling on the season and what the outlook is continuing on for the rest of the season.
CATS.
We gotta talk about this.
Can't wait, man. Hey, I was coming around New Circle. I seen Shebway up there.
Hey,
He was holding
switch.
Yeah,
Switch with that.
he was up there holding 2 pizzas on the billboard. Shebway's a model now.
He's a model.
He was holding 2 pizzas. He was
You ain't worried about it.
Nah.
Oh, Sheba.
Yeah, he's holding 2 pizzas, man. She done got his meal money, man. She great move to Winchester. He ain't going nowhere. she boy great move to Winchester, get him a farm. He gonna have some cattle out there.
Call it a day.
Hey man, he gonna get some sheep. He's great herd some sheep
Call
out
it a
there.
day.
I tell you.
But he can't. He good. He got the NIL money. So
Hey man, tell Ozark and them get Sheep signed up over at the Dirt Bowl, man. Sheep ain't leaving Lexington, man. Sheep has made her. Do you hear me?
No, he doesn't.
Sheepway's not leaving the Lex, man.
Wow.
He's going to the league, man.
Sheep is great. Go to Winchester.
Right, he's going to the
He's
league,
gonna get him
bro.
a farm.
My question
He's at least a second
my
round
question
pick.
is, Calipari locked in. They said you get rid of me. You get rid of Calipari. You want to cost you $50 million. I said, damn.
I would walk away from any job for $50 million.
Yeah. If they were gonna give him $50 million, I don't think they want to write that check.
One dude had a sign in there. What did it say? Get rid of Cal or something. Fire Cal. They ran. My man didn't even get to watch the game.
Oh, for real?
I put him out of the arena before the game started.
Are you serious?
No, it was about.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
Yeah.
dude with the sign? Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, won't play that.
Put him out the game.
You
Put him
don't
out the
talk
game
about
for
my coach like that.
You talking about
Oh,
your coach like
who
that?
is he?
He was just a friend. Just a
No, I'm
friend.
saying who's his coach?
Coach Cal.
Who is he?
Oh, come on, man.
He's nobody.
Cal never said he didn't agree with the sign though.
But he got him a batter though.
Cal never
I
said
mean,
he
you have the right to display or say whatever you want.
Yeah, I see the blue coat.
We back on Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. We get ready to get into a little UK action, and for this topic, we have a guest in the building, Sports and Discourse, very own Derek Stevenson in the building, who has his podcast. He talks about everything UK related. D-Money, go introduce yourself real quick, man.
Man, ain't really too much to say, man. You pretty much hit on it. So, you know, if y'all ain't subscribed, just come on over.
Come on over.
Get that action, man.
We can get into it.
Hey, so let's get on into it now. I'm a Tar Heel, Petey a Dookie. We got two other guys in here right now. So let's talk about. First thing I want to talk about is the state of UK. D Money. What is the temperature of UK right now, man? Y'all struggling this season. 16-30.
Yeah, it's probably like I've been saying since the season began. It's probably the most divisive that it's ever been amongst the fan base. A lot of the response I get from my audience on my show is they sick of these players that's on the team.
Mm-hmm.
They sick of the coaching.
Mm-hmm.
We had a moment where we was putting the streak together and people were starting to believe again. People were starting to feel like something could happen, and then it fell off again. And a lot of people already done pretty much dialed it in, man. We ready for next season.
Already?
Collectively, the group is ready for next season. But what I said on my show is, if the Cats gonna make us suffer through this, they gotta play in the NIT. They gotta suffer too. They gotta accept it. If that's where they end up, they gotta accept it and they gotta go play. I'm gonna watch them play in it, but they gotta accept that invitation and go and handle it.
We'll see out there. We'll see out there. Ralph, man, what's your thoughts being the other UK fan in the building? What's your thoughts on this UK up and down season y'all had?
Sad, disappointed, frustrated, mad.
Why?
I mean,
It's par for the course for y'all.
It is, but I mean, we have higher expectations. We had a decent, decent recruiting class come in. We still had Sheway. He came back, expected more out of the National Player of the Year. Hasn't really played like that same guy this year. I think Stevenson said it best, man. It's been divisive, man. You got some people who are on Coach Cal's side. You got a lot of people who are not on Coach Cal's side. A lot of people want him to get fired. I mean, if we do fire him, who we bring in? Are we still going to get the same players that we have coming in now? Are they going to be coached a little bit better if we were to get a new coach? So, I mean, there's just a lot of thoughts going on right now. I think that water is boiling, almost overflowing. I think Coach Cal will be back next year. I think the recruiting class we have coming in next year is too good for Coach Cal to get fired this season. So
he's done.
Again, like Stevenson said, man, we just October 2023, man.
What's going on then? Oh, my birthday. Okay, yeah, I'll be turning 40 that month. So yeah, appreciate that, Ralph. Good shout out.
We moved on to next season.
Already?
I would hate to see Kentucky in the NIT. I'm not a fan of that, but like he said, man, if they gonna make us suffer like this as fans all season long, accept that NIT.
Kentucky
and
a
take that
football
loss.
school, man. What we talking
We're
about?
not
Kentucky a
about to do
football
that to you.
school.
We're not about to do that.
Where we
stuff.
at,
We're
man?
not about to do
You talking about bringing in the recruits like y'all been bringing in? What have they done? Nothing. I mean, come on, y'all. Listen, setting the standards so high for Kentucky, man. When at the same time y'all never do anything. I mean, what we talking about? Y'all go to the Final Four. What is the Final Four? At Duke, it's perfection.
I didn't say anything.
So we only
about
hang banners when we win.
But at least can we have?
It's been a while
you know
since
what I'm
I did
saying? That's my point.
I was talking about him and his Duke.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we ain't won since 2012. Can we get back? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, man.
And how long do you allow Coach Cal to be here with still kind of underachieving season after season?
Ralph, how many championships you seen UK win in your lifetime? 2, 3?
Yeah.
3?
Let's see. Y'all got 96, 98, and 12.
What we talking about?
I don't know. I've
This
seen
is a
four of
football
them.
school, man. UK's a football
I've seen
school.
four.
Shout out to Abby on the track too, man. She's without her on the track, man, we wouldn't even know who UK was right now, man. Shout out to Stoops and them over, man.
D Money. Time to Coach Cal to go, man.
I don't necessarily think it's time for him to go, but if I was him, I would leave. Because he probably couldn't follow up UK with a better situation than what was being reported that was offered to him in Texas. Because Texas has never had a national championship coach on campus.
Never.
If they're going to give him $11 million a year, he's going to have less expectations, and every single recruit will go to Texas with him.
100%.
I even believe Reed Shepherd will go with him.
You think he'll be out of here
Why
too?
would they
Absolutely.
not? All the boosters, all the money, everything is there in Texas, man.
I don't want to see him go. I want to see him be successful because this is my thing, right? Kentucky basketball got 8 championships in 100 years.
Right.
So if you really break it down, a really successful coach is going to give you one every 10 to 15 years, maybe,
10 to 15.
which he's on par with. He gave us one. Within that time frame, he gave us 4 Final Fours. So actually, he's been highly successful overall, just not lately.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of Kentucky's fan base is just so spoiled that he popped in with these recruits, and he had us feeling like every year we was going to be in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the best players in college basketball anymore are the youngsters. It used to be when the ones that was coming in was better than everybody. But now the ones that's coming in, they might need 2 or 3 years before they better than everybody. But usually that 2 or 3 years comes when they in the NBA already. So Kentucky hasn't been able to benefit from any of that lately. So if I was him, I would have took the Texas job. Like, I don't know if it's still on the table for him or not.
It's still on the table.
I think it's definitely.
Have you
still
seen
on the
Texas?
Everybody wants Cal.
Have you seen Texas? It's still on the table. But hold on, we got a caller right here. Let's see who it is. Caller, what's your name, man?
Mr. Miguel Martin calling in for my dog.
What's up, hey Miguel? Give us your thoughts on the temperature of UK basketball right now. Is it time to let Cal go?
Can we just give up this whole facade that we gonna get the best team that's got a chance to win the championship every year? I mean, I just don't see where the logic comes in. Always bringing in new guys that's gonna go to the championship every year. It just shows that experience always kills us. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. You know, and it's just another thing with the way Cal like approaches the players. It's not necessarily. I mean, like I don't know who got in his ear, but putting Wheeler on the bench, somebody told him something because I ain't never seen him making that big of adjustment throughout his whole career. You know, I mean, well, being in the UK, that was a big adjustment. It made a difference, but I don't know, it just wasn't enough.
Nope.
So I just don't think this team is it this year. It's really, really bad that we might not make the tournament, and it's just hard.
So since you said it's hard right now, being a UK fan, real last question before we get you out of here: is it time for Coach Cal to go?
Yeah, it's time. Here's why: it's time for him to go because we know what this one-trick pony's gonna do. He's gonna come in with this recruiting class, get all of this hype, and we start out playing nobodies. We see somebody, we get pounced, then it's always promised about wait till March, and then March comes, and we get pounced again, and it's next year. I'm tired of that, bro. I'm tired of that.
Is my mic working? Me too, brother. Me too. Me too.
D-Money, you got a response to that real quick?
Yeah, I agree with what he's saying, but we've seen the opposite of that at Kentucky too, because we've seen where we had a lot of 4-year players, and we still only got one out of that too. Because Tubby had a whole bunch of 4-star players, and we didn't really get much out of that.
The only thing I would say against that is that Tubby wasn't bringing in the same quality of talent.
Nah, he definitely wasn't.
That would be the only thing I would say against that.
Go ahead, Miguel.
All I want to say is, out of all those squads, should we only have one title?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't believe that, but the one and done has hurt us. Like it's already been said, we don't get a chance to see sophomores, juniors. So
North Carolina's been super fortunate that they've got to retain a lot of they All-American players, man.
We just saying y'all have had players that are staying longer than 1 year.
Yeah. Every 4 years, North Carolina will put one together that look like they can make a serious run, but ours is just hit or miss.
But anyway, go ahead.
I called him to say one thing because I missed last week. So I just want to say to Q, Jordan would never, boy.
Come on, boy.
Would never lose that game like that against OKC, bro. You gotta stop this, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm not doing this with you, Miguel. I'm not doing this with you. But I appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate all the support, my guy.
I heard
my dog, absolutely, homeboy.
I like that.
Oh man, yeah, of course y'all would. Y'all like that?
Lies.
Yeah.
No lies.
No
Just
lies.
statements.
Look at Charles in the corner. Well, anyways, we're gonna continue on with some more UK talk. Man, B, don't encourage me. I see you throw your hand up in the air.
No, he was gonna say
He
something.
said the shoulders
I
club.
remember Jordan playing for the Bobcats.
Hey.
I remember Jordan playing for the Wizards. Hey.
That's the only Jordan you remember.
That's the only one I
remember.
That's the only one I remember. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. We got a caller on the line. Stick with us. We got you. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue talking about some more UK on WLXU 93.9 on Beyond the Game.
Yeah, bro. I swear, bro. The Jordan slander, I cannot stand it, bro. He's the worst, bro. Him right here.
Hey, man.
He is the
Let's
worst.
be real now.
You compare
No.
him
Say,
to Russell Westbrook.
I know what you're about to say. Save that.
Thank you.
Go on, say that.
We gonna say DeMar DeRozan.
It was about to be some serious disrespect.
What's the name down there in, for the Spurs right now? Soccer or something like that?
That's Jordan.
With the pink hair. I mean, what we talking about?
Oh, I can't wait till LeBron retires.
But you gotta realize too, though, that Jordan will be in the super team era.
He's not getting
When
sick.
nobody want to play with him. For what? It's Westbrook.
No, man, the super
Welcome back
team
to
era.
Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. We still talking about a little UK action. We have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name, man?
Mike Riley.
Mike.
Hey, we
What's
got
up,
Mike
Mike?
calling
What
back
up?
in. So, Mike Riley, what'd you say?
I don't like Pete today.
You don't like Pete today. So tell us, man, what's the state of UK? What's your thoughts, views, opinions on UK right now? And is it time for Coach Cal to go?
Man, it's time for Coach Cal to change. That's what it is. Because look, it's been bad. And Pete, you all know how big of a fan I am of UK basketball.
Yes.
And when Mike Riley falls asleep at halftime of games and it's a background noise, it's definitely a problem.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But everyone's talking about this Texas job. Like, Texas ain't about to get a number 1 seed, and, like, the dude that's coaching right now is not going to get the job. Y'all crazy. Cal ain't going to get offered the job. It ain't happening. It's not going to happen. I promise you. It's not going to happen. Now, I'll say this. You know, everybody was like, Kentucky fans are spoiled, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we are spoiled. We've always been spoiled because we've won. But the last 3 or 4 years, they are unacceptable for a man making $9 million a year. That's just the truth. Now, I'll say this. It's going to be real hard to get rid of a man with that class coming in next year.
Sir.
This will be a great discussion next year if that class ain't producing.
Absolutely.
But whether people like it or not, the man ain't going nowhere. He will be back next year, and next year will be big in regards to his next step in his career, because he's not adapting to the college game. What he does today isn't working. His substitutions are questionable, you know. But whether people like it or not, the man killed the game for about 10 years, and you get a little bit of time when you do what he did. And Pete, Final Fours do mean something. Get out of here.
Hey, stop that, man.
Hey, Mike Riley, real quick, you talked about, next season's class coming in. And, for the past few years, I think, not last season, y'all got beat. Last season, y'all got beat by St. Pete. Year before that was the COVID season, or was that the 9-win season? Or were they both one and the same?
Pretty much, wasn't it?
Last, you had the Maxi, you had the COVID.
So my question to
that was the year we had Brandon Boston.
So my question to you, Mike,
Jackson.
Derek, and Ralph, with this great incoming class he has next year, anything short of a title is viewed as a failure? Like, what would it take for UK fans to be for UK fans to be happy next season?
This is the problem with a lot of UK fans. They don't enjoy the season. Last year we did get beat by a Cinderella team. You can say what you want about injuries and things of that nature, but man, how fun is it to enjoy your team winning big games throughout the year, in the conversation? I mean, I had a blast with that team last year. That team last year was good. I don't care what anybody says. We got caught on a rough night, but that was a fun year. I'm not one of these people who's like, we could be trash all year and make a tournament run like your North Carolina team did last year. That don't make everything okay. I want to be good all year.
I like him.
Tournament, like someone else said, UK's got 8 championships in 100 years and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but we also got 5 coaches that have won national championships. So that says a lot about Kentucky, the program, and what we can do. But, I want to win these preseason games. I mean, you look at Cal, he's struggling to get top 25 teams. I think we're sub 500 in the last 5 years or so.
Yes.
I want more consistency throughout the season. And if that comes along, you'll see more results in the postseason. Because Cal's going to BS you he's going to BS you. And he's going to say, well, wait till this and that. But he's just, he's not showing us that his philosophy works anymore. So next year's team, if we have a great season and them young boys go to the Final Four and they go off and they get drafted to do good things, I mean, me personally, I'll be happy. I'll be cool with it. I'm going to take my kids to school the next day after they lose, and I'll be fine.
There it is, Mike Riley. We appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Appreciate all the support for Beyond the Game, man.
Take it easy.
BBN.
I like what y'all doing with this and the call-in stuff, and obviously, when you put UK on there, it's going to be popping. So smart move. Oh, I love all y'all. Take it easy.
I appreciate it, Mike. So Mike hit on the topic real quick that you talked about, which was the spoiled UK fans. He said that he feels like y'all not spoiled, but you say y'all are spoiled. Hold on, Ralph, you split the difference. UK fans, are y'all spoiled, man?
I would say spoiled because our expectations are a championship or nothing every year, and that's just not gonna happen. It's just I don't care how much talent we bring in. UK is not gonna win a championship every single year.
I'm just trying to figure out why does everybody keep throwing shade at North Carolina? What do we do to y'all?
Well, let me give something to Petey real quick. Then.
Give it to him.
All right,
He listening. Look at his face. He listening.
So, Coach K of the modern era is considered the best, right?
Right.
That's
Great
pretty
enough.
much
Yeah,
we
great
not
coach,
we
all
Ain't no
we not
debate.
even going.
Ain't
You
no
know what I'm
debate,
saying?
yeah.
But if you really think about it,
Great
what did he
coach,
put in at Duke? Like 40,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he got 5.
Because B, he was there when B was 20.
So what we talking like 15%?
Of championship, yeah.
5 out of 40.
5 out of 40.
So nobody's really doing a lot of winning
Sound like
at
Joe
a
Johnson.
high rate.
But he's a transy though. Consider. You know, he turned transy into UK. That's what Coach K did. Coach K took over Duke. It was transy. He turned it into UK.
Well, technically Duke was Trinity, but we're not gonna get into that. Back when they used to, you know what I mean, when they used to do their thing
Yeah.
with the slaves or whatever.
Hey, nah, it is what it is. We got another caller. Hey, caller, man, what's your name?
What's up, man? It's Andrew Crawford.
What up?
What's going
What
on,
up, Drew?
Andrew? Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we good. Hold on. Oh, my bad. So, yeah, we hear you. My bad. So we got Drew on the line, who's another UK huge supporter. What's your thoughts, views, and opinions on UK season so far, and is it time for Coach Cal to go?
Obviously, I'm disappointed in where we at for the season. That's neither here nor there. But it could always be worse. I mean, all we got to do is look up 64. That's a fucking dumpster fire.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
I'm kind of along the same lines as what Mike said, though. And if y'all peep me in these sports groups that we've been in, this ain't a new take for me. I have a problem with Cal in late game situations. Whoever the fuck the talent is.
Watch your mouth. Hold on. You can't cuss, my man. You can't cuss. You can't cuss. But go ahead, though. You can't cuss. But go ahead, though.
My bad. So late game situations on top of everything else. And it's okay to have arrogance and swagger when you winning, but don't try to discount my knowledge of basketball or my fandom for UK if I am criticizing you when you are not winning.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I agree.
That's fair. D-Money, you got something you want to say? I like this UK on UK crime. Go ahead, man.
Nah, I believe that and a lot of people gonna laugh at this, but UK fans are knowledgeable and passionate, man. So we always gonna have something to say.
I ain't never seen a UK fan that go.
We,
But that's neither here. I'm sorry.
Nah, I didn't say we could hoop.
You said y'all knowledgeable.
We knowledgeable. We know the game. Because look, let's be real.
Come on, bro.
We go
get to it. We gonna get to
Hey, look,
it.
if y'all throw me in the 30 and up league right now, I can probably get you 4 points.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I can get you 4.
Okay.
But I think.
They won't even let you drive a bus right now. Come on, man.
Go ahead, D-Money.
But yeah, I think we know the game. I think we passionate about it because there's nothing else here for us to spend time on. So we all UK all the time.
True.
So it does it makes us more critical. We express our opinion more probably than the average fan base because what else we gonna do? What else we gonna talk about?
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Andrew, before we get you out of here, what's your outlook on the rest of the season? How do you think y'all do going down the stretch?
In the NIT.
I think we'll compete going down the stretch. It's gonna be if we get into tourney, it's gonna take a lot of work. So if we do, I'd like to get in there at least try to get some experience with some of them guys because I feel maybe 1 or 2 of them gonna have to come back, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. So that'd be beneficial. But before I get off, Pete, I want to make sure I talk to you directly.
Yes, sir.
You can judge yourself off those that are around you or those of same interest. And you, Leon Mack, and Eric Gerke.
Hey, don't throw me in that bunch. Please don't throw me in there, Drew. Don't throw me in there, man.
Oh, man. Andrew, we appreciate you for calling into the show. We here every Wednesday, so make sure you tap in with us. And thank you for all the support that you do with Beyond the Game, man.
That's crazy.
Appreciate it. Oh man, we get.
Q, I got a question. I got a question for the UK fans.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Would you rather get in the NCAA tournament and get bounced
In the first
early
round. Mm-hmm.
for the first weekend, home by what we used to say, home by spring break?
Home by spring break.
Or would you rather go to the NIT and get a couple more games at Rupp, so the fans can come down there and have something to cheer for?
That's the easiest question I've
That's
been
my
asked.
question to the UK
the
fans.
easiest. And that answer is I would rather go to the tournament and lose in the first round than to even participate.
Spring break,
Than
23,
even
Cocoa
participate
Beach.
in the NIT.
So you okay with going home first round like last year?
Absolutely.
Okay, D Money.
I would be more okay with going home in the first round this year than last year because this year we're gonna be a low seed.
Yeah.
So we're
We
gonna
don't
play
expect
somebody.
much,
We're
yeah.
gonna play somebody good. So if we give them a little bit of a match, if we keep it within 8, I'll be cool with it.
We say we did all right.
Man,
And that's the problem with UK.
Yep, there it is. I want to play a couple more games in that. I'm trying to keep moving.
So let's change it to a Duke fan.
Uh-huh.
You would rather go to the NIT and win 2 games, but still
I would
not
rather
win
go-
the NIT
I would rather
tournament?
go to the NIT and win the NIT.
Yes.
Duke will win the NIT.
Based on what?
Our team, we're better than
He said,
UK.
"Oh my
You
God."
know what I mean?
We ready to take his last caller real quick. Hey, caller, what's your name?
Adam.
Hey, what's going on, Adam? So, real quick, while we got you for the next 2 minutes, let us know your thoughts, views, opinions on UK, the outlook on the rest of the season, and is it time for Coach Cal to go?
First off, I want to say you need a reference that the last 3 callers in a row are all Brown Station alumni as well.
Hey, speak on it, man. Speak on it.
But I think Mike and Andrew both had valid points with everything they said about Coach Cal. I, for one, have always defended Cal. I bleed blue. Y'all see it on the group. You know what I mean? I eat, breathe, all that UK basketball. Man, he got to change, like Andrew said. He got to adapt. What kills me is he'll do something in the game that fans have been calling for. Like last week, he dropped to his zone against Arkansas. He only did it for 2 possessions, but he got to mix it up. You know what I mean? You got to. His game is too predictable. They know how to coach against him. He's got to switch it up.
So you said you got to switch it up. So my next question is, since he's not doing so well with game time adjustments, is it time for Coach Cal to leave UK basketball?
I know I ain't calling for his head yet because he's still, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to a fault. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ride with you. We're gonna ride down. I'm in Louisiana. We going over the hill or whatever. But he needs. If you notice, in my opinion, man, since he lost Robick, I don't think it was pain. I think when he lost Robick on his sideline when his daughter died, his whole attitude, like he don't make those in-game adjustments anymore, man. I don't know if he ever has, but he just seemed like he had better X's and O's when Robick was around.
So real quick before I get you out of here, is UK going to the big dance or are they going to the NIT?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I don't. As a fan, I just want to see him play. You know what I mean? I'm one of them. I'm watching, but like I'll turn the channel at a commercial and be like, man, F them. Then I turn it right back and finish the game. I think there's a chemistry issue. I think the players don't want to play anymore. I think they're mad at Oscar for making $3 million a year in NIL while they're getting Steak and Shake money. But that's just my opinion. I hope they keep playing. I hope they sneak into the tournament and give us, an exciting run like, 2014. So appreciate y'all taking my call, man, and keep it up.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, man. So, D-Money, real quick, let everybody know where they can catch you at before we get on up out of here.
Oh man, just you can follow my show, Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson. You can get me on YouTube. You can get me on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Every once in a while I'm gonna do some streams in there, here and there, and beyond the game. So just catch me in one of those spots.
And while you doing that, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button for Beyond the Game on all major podcast streaming platforms, YouTube, Amazon Fire Stick, wherever you can watch a show, we there. Or if you can sit down and listen to us, you can listen to us on the podcast as well. We get ready to get on up out of here for another great show. Thank you to all the callers who called in. And as always, we want you to treat somebody and you want somebody to treat your mama. And we up at this thing, y'all. Peace.
Peace.